Hello and welcome to the September 2013 online edition of Kula's Teacher Feature. Sitting in the Buddha Bar this month with Pam Meyer, and she teaches Sunday 11 a.m. Yoga Basics, which this may be news to you because it is not on the printed schedules yet. We just added it last month, but it will soon be. But if you don't know, then now you know. And Pam is an amazing teacher. So happy to have you here at Kula, and thank you for taking the time out of your day to sit in front of a video camera. It's never fun, right? So I'd like to start these interviews just giving people a sense of your background with how you came into yoga in the first place, and how that path evolved into ultimately deciding to enter into a teacher training and then begin teaching.
Well, it was pretty, I grew up hearing about yoga, came from a very conservative family. Yoga was like hippie stuff, which of course made me want to try it, see what it was all about.
It always backfires.
Yeah, right. So, and I was 29 by the time I worked with a girl who said, oh, I go to yoga. I said, I've been wanting to do yoga forever. I want to do it with you. So I did it, and it was fantastic, and it was just one of those things that you do, and you walk out, and you don't know why you feel so good, but you just feel so good, and so I just stuck with it. It was something that I felt like it was good for me. It always made me feel good. I felt stronger. I could see this difference in my body. I really didn't go for my body. I really don't know why I went. I went out of curiosity more than anything. And I just felt good. I don't even, there was not a specific way that I particularly felt, except good. And I knew that when I didn't go, I missed it. And then I'd get back and I'd say, why did I, not come last week? And then I'd get back into my swing of, and I was going about 3 times a week. And I just stuck with it. I just loved it. And I was a teacher in my profession, so I never really was interested in becoming a yoga teacher because I was a teacher, and one of the things I loved about it was I was completely led. It was a time of my day that I could let go and just follow instructions. And my teacher was just a very intuitive teacher, and she always seemed to do everything that I needed, so I didn't really have to think about what I wanted to do next. And we always had those opportunities in the class where she'd say, oh, if you feel like doing something, go ahead and go into that posture. So, we would learn how to get intuitive with our body and what we wanted to do, but it was just nice to be led. And I was really not wanting to be a yoga teacher because I wanted to keep it separate.
Sure.
Of my teaching career, because I know how I can be, and I get a little bit obsessive, about, and I won't be able to relax in it. And that did happen. When I first went into yoga teacher training, I was in my yoga classes the whole time thinking, oh, I got to remember this, and I wasn't there for me anymore. I was there to teach, and I wasn't teaching, I was practicing. So it became, I just knew it was going to have to balance out eventually, which it did.
Good, nice.
So now I can be in my class and be a practitioner instead of
Right, it's tricky, right? You hear a cue and the way something was languaged or sequence or a way of coming into a posture that I need to do that. Yeah, it's hard.
Remember that one, and then you're not where you are anymore, and it's like.
Right, I call it teacher voice, and I'm always like, shh, not now.
Yes.
I'm doing my practice.
Yeah, right.
Come back later.
So it's great. I mean, I love it. It's one of those things that when you find something you love to do. For me, the indicator of that is that I want to learn more about it all the time, and I like reading about it, and I want to keep filling up my cup with information and experiences, and that's how it is. I can't get enough.
So how did that switch? Like, what happened in terms of you didn't want to do the training, and then you decided at some point, well, this is something that I want to do? What happened?
Well, it was more of a turning point in my life where I didn't want to go back to teaching high school. I had done that, and I tried teaching little kids, and I loved it, but it didn't feed me. It didn't stir me up and get me excited.
Okay.
And I was getting deeper in my practice anyway, and I thought, I'll try it. And if it works for me, it works for me, and I'll do it. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. So what? I didn't lose anything. I don't lose anything by taking the training.
Right.
I just gain.
So you're happy you did it.
Oh, it's so happy. So happy.
It's cool. And a little bit about your class, the basics.
Yoga basics?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's just, it kind of is the way I see it is it's great for beginners, and it's great for people who have been practicing for a long time, because as any type of yoga, it's your yoga, it's your experience, so you can, work it as hard as you want to work it, but we just we don't get into any extensive postures. We kind of keep it simple. I think for a lot of people, just getting into their breath, into their body, is so foreign. So for me, that's the focus, is getting people to start listening to their body and listening to the cues in their body, and using the breath throughout the entire practice to make that link, keep you tethered to the moment, and working your body, and paying attention to where your mind is, what your mind is going on, what's happening with your mind, just kind of reminding people of the, cueing them into those spaces of, things that we are typically just disconnected from, and reminding them of the connect.
Right. So would you say that then there's a certain, for lack of a better word, flavor to the way you teach, or is it different every time, or
It's different every time. What I've found in doing this is that I want to repeat things, because I want the people in there that are new to at least be able to start feeling comfortable with something. So I typically do a series of sun breaths and then salutations, just so they start getting used to moving their body that way. And then we add here and there, but I never do the same thing completely. I never do it the same twice. I try to keep the sequencing similar, but it just doesn't get as, I do a little bit of breath work because that's what I love to do. So I've been introducing that, but not trying to. I don't want to intimidate people or get them feeling weird. And I feel like as people start to get to know me, then they'll get a little bit more used to how I teach the class, because there's different yoga basics and we all do things a little differently.
Right.
But I was just going to say something like that. I forget what it was, but
It's all right.
But basically, I try to stick with one of the things that I do that I loved about my teacher was to bring the benefits of all the poses, like why are you doing this, into it, like what's happening to your body, kind of thing, like you're massaging your internal organs, where the organs are, kind of educating people about the body.
Yeah, I love that. So you can actually take something away from the practice.
Yeah, right.
Would you say, we have like 30 seconds or so, but being that you're teaching basics, anything that you want to share with people that are new to yoga, just a little nugget of wisdom?
Just keep coming. And find your teacher. And the beautiful, really, I say that, but I don't even mean a teacher. I mean find your teachers, because there's so many different ways that people give you the experiences, that just keep searching. If you didn't have a great experience, try something else. Even go back and try it again, because it could have been where your headspace was, or we shift and we change all the time. So just be patient with yourself. Keep at it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.